Hello, my name is Nehemiah Charles, and this is my LSAMP story. My major is geomatic engineering, and I'm going to be transferring to Florida Atlantic University for the fall of 2021. And I just want to talk about my whole experience in the LSAMP program and in STEM Club in general. So, I want to start off with first on how Mr. Finn recruited me. I remember specifically receiving an email during summer of 2019 saying if you want to attend a summer institute, and as you know, as a freshly graduated high school student, I had nothing else to do in the summer besides get ready for classes and start looking for jobs to make some extra money on the side. So I gladly accepted the offer. Little did I know that I was going to be signing my life away for the next 2 years. So that's how Mr. Finn got me into the LSAMP program. It was through the Summer Institute, which he hosts every year. And what basically we did was, we introduced each other to other STEM students, or other students that were considering STEM or doing a different area of study, but we're kind of slightly interested in STEM. And so we talked with people. We saw different sides of STEM. We saw engineering sides, the research sides, all the opportunities that STEM offers students here at Polk and at other universities, or even at the business level, or like at the at NASA level. And we just talked with people to see what their experience was in the STEM field, and how other students felt about STEM majors in general. And we did a lot of fun activities. We went over to the north side of Polk State to go see where they do all their AS degrees, where they have all the CAD software, all the 3D printing. We talked with the physics professor, Dr. McCoo, about how physics and STEM work hand in hand, and all the good stuff. And then we did a project referring to STEM, and that was pretty fun. We got to present that to staff and faculty that came to the around the TLCC area, and we presented that to what we found out, and it was pretty fun overall. So that's what got me hooked into STEM. The way I found my major was that during that summer institute, there was a presentation hosted by one of an advisor at UF about the geomatics program. And I didn't know what geomatics was initially, but when I was watching her present on that subject, I found it highly interesting, and I knew right away that's something that I will, find, a lot of great joy in doing, and, have a lot of fun learning about it, knowing different systems. But at first it was just straight geomatics. A year later, I would say, I found out that another school was offering geomatic engineering. So when I saw that, I thought this could be a step up from regular geomatics, because it adds an engineering component to that. So I thought that can be a real game changer in my career if I ever want to, if I'm applying for a job, being a geomatic engineer sounds pretty good, instead of being just a regular geomaticist. So that's how I found my major. Moving on, what we did in LSAMP, mostly LSAMP works very close, like almost hand in hand with the Polk STEM Club. So what we mostly did was talk about RUUs, which are research opportunities at different universities, to try to do research for them, or just learn how to do research in general. It's mostly for college kids trying to get their feet wet inside the system to see how it's properly done and how it's officially run, and to see different professors and researchers in their fields talking about what they do in their everyday lives. We also talked about scholarships that are offering for a lot of them. Like if you're an engineer, here's a scholarship. If you're a bio major, here's a scholarship. They were just handing out scholarship informations, and all we had to do was apply for it. Mr. Finn and Mr. Larry, they did they're doing their best, trying to help us elevate to the next level. And we also talked about how we were doing in classes, try to help each other out to see if one another needed help in a class. Like if a student needed help in calculus, we'll try to match up or try to buddy up with another student that took calculus and passed calculus. That's very important. And so yeah, that's what we mostly did in STEM Club. We also develop a lot of skills when it comes to networking and speaking. Mr. Finn is very big on networking and speaking with people, making sure that you know how to articulate yourself and how to sell yourself to these people so they can, see that you're serious about what you do and you don't take this for granted, that you really want to put in the work and work hard. Being social with people, we can't be shy people. Even though we're STEM majors, we're supposed to be smart, we're supposed to be nerdy. No, we're supposed to break that mold. We're supposed to be very outgoing, not spontaneous to the point where it's random, but be courageful, have courage, and have fun during your job. Being comfortable in spaces where you feel like you haven't done enough. That's true. We haven't done enough. We've only been in college, some of us 1-2 years, others 3-4, so on and so forth. But understanding that everyone has their own time, and good things will happen to them. That's something that that Professor Finn and Mr. Larry really push for. Another thing that I did during my time in the LSAMP program was a research project with under the guidance of Professor Strango Martinez. My research. So the project was basically beach profiling, seeing how much sand is being taken away from the beaches and seeing how the recession of these beaches are occurring every year. Since my project was kind of short term, I didn't analyze how the sand was moving, gradually over time. More like what we saw at the beach. We took a measurement at that specific time, and we looked at pictures, seeing like what the beach used to look like, and we did a actual profile of the gradient of the beach, which was very cool. And the main things that I learned during that research was how to conduct and how to collect data and analyze it and put it into words, into graphs, to show it to people. I learned how to create a poster board worthy of being presented at a conference if needed be. And with this project, I feel like I've gained a sense of respect for researchers and what they do, and also I've learned something that can benefit me in the future when it comes to doing my own type of research if I ever want to get into that. So just learning how to use research tools and how to communicate with people, that's basically the whole gist of the project. Learning how to do research, learning how to talk to people. So basically with LSAMP, without them, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. They really changed my mindset on how I view college and how I view my life in the future, how I want to, move and carry myself out in professional settings. Before STEM, or before my current major, which is geomatic engineering, I used to be a business administration major. And the only reason I wanted to do that, it was to open my own business. But you got to have an idea, you got to have something to sell to people. And at that time, I didn't have that. So this was, not an easier way, but, a more manageable, more plausible way in order to achieve that goal of opening my own business one day and making, tons of money. But, yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening to my LSAMP story. Bye.